reference altitude, get ready for landing. Hot mic for the rescue forces.
Выполняю возврат на базу 3626.
Brace for landing. Get ready for landing. We're ready.
Touchdown. After 241 days in space, Chris Williams, Sergey Mikaev, and Sergey Kud-Sverchkov have returned to their home planet at 5:27 a.m. Central Time, 3:27 p.m. in Kazakhstan.
The Soyuz is on its side, and there is no fire. That's the rescue forces reporting. All right, and the helicopters are approaching to land.
Just before landing, you saw that soft landing engine fire slowing the descent. I also heard the call that the Soyuz is on its side. This is not uncommon for the Soyuz, and the crew will be extracted from the spacecraft upon the recovery forces arriving at the capsule.
I'll be the first. And you're Earl engine, right?
As you can see here, one of those ATVs and a helicopter beginning to approach and prepare for landing and extraction of the crew back on Earth after 8 months in space.
Take to the right. I can see the cover. Made it on the ground. Okay.
If you're just joining us, confirmation of landing 5:27 a.m. Central Time, Soyuz Ms-28 and its 3 crew members now back on planet Earth.
Cosmos.
The recovery teams are starting to arrive. They will begin to extract or remove the crew from the spacecraft before helping them into chairs and eventually a pop-up medical tent. That's where the crew members will conduct their first inspections after having returned to Earth. They will change into some more comfortable clothing and each board an individual helicopter and fly back to the city of Karaganda.
Don't delay. We're all covered. One more time, the coordinates.
The helicopters you see landing now departed the Jeskisgan airport at the time of the deorbit burn. That deorbit burn taking place at 4:31 a.m. Central Time. Everything.
Landing confirmed for the helicopter. 9:48 landing.
Again, as these search and recovery teams continue to arrive at the Soyuz Ms-28 spacecraft, just a quick recap of their mission. Having completed 241 days in space, this crew saw 3,856 orbits of the Earth and 102,254,355 miles traveled in total. Just 3.5 hours ago, the crew was still docked to the International Space Station, their undocking coming at 2:03 a.m. Central Time. And in this view, you can see the spacecraft on its side. Again, not an uncommon position for the Soyuz after landing.
Okay.
The crew will be extracted from a hatch on the top of the spacecraft. So now that the Soyuz spacecraft is on its side, they will be taken from the side where you see the people standing. Again, confirmation of landing of the Soyuz Ms-27 spacecraft, 5:27 a.m. Central Time, 3:27 p.m. local time. Again, landing about 92 miles southeast of the town of Zhezkazgan in Kazakhstan. As you can see, the search and recovery teams continue to arrive on those ATVs and helicopters. On Earth, teams in the Kazakh desert are now preparing to remove the crew from the Soyuz spacecraft. The spacecraft is on its side. Again, not an uncommon orientation for Soyuz upon landing.
Inaudible. Four 429-696, go ahead. All of the helicopters.
Still getting great views from the landing site in Kazakh desert as teams prepare to remove the 3 crew members from Soyuz Ms-28. We'll stay on air until we see them extracted from the spacecraft. They will then move into a pop-up medical tent for their initial checkouts upon return to Earth before boarding individual helicopters and making their way to Karaganda. Once in Karaganda, Chris Williams will board the NASA plane and make his journey home back to Houston. And the Roscosmos cosmonauts, Sergey, Mikaev, and Sergey Kud-Sverchkov will board a Gagarin Cosmonaut Training Center plane. This will be the first time this crew has split up in 8 months. You will see them placed in chairs. Again, this is the first time this crew has been on Earth in 241 days, so we give them a little bit of time to get their land legs back. Those chairs will be carried to the medical tent. This is standard procedure for any of our crews returning. If you've ever watched a crew return aboard a SpaceX Dragon, you see the same thing on the recovery ship where they are helped into waiting stretchers and then moved into the medical bay. It's a very similar procedure here. You can see those chairs ready and waiting for the 3 crew members once they are taken out of the spacecraft.
Let's go ahead and form a corridor. Please move to the right and to the left. Left and right.
Landing happening just over 10 minutes ago, and the recovery forces on the scene very quickly today with great visuals for us as we watched from home. And again, these chairs are where we...
Excellent. Everything is excellent.
Continuing to get good calls and good reports. Again, as they were descending under the parachute and on their way toward the landing site, we heard that the crew members were feeling good, great, and amazing. Again, everything very by the book today. We Soyuz Ms-28 spacecraft. Getting your first look inside Soyuz Ms-28. You can see the crew in their Sokol launch and entry suits. Again, the same suits that they wore on launch day, they are now wearing for their return to Earth.
With the tripod. Okay, Alexei, everything is fine. Alexei, it is just fine. It's not gonna get any better. Sergey, make sure that you're ready.
Она вывалится, Саня, блядь.
Please be careful. It is moving.
We're preparing to see the crew taken out of the Soyuz Ms-28 spacecraft. And the first crew member has been taken out of the spacecraft, again, having landed just about 15 minutes ago, 5:27 a.m. Central Time. All crew members are carried to these chairs. This gives them a few minutes to regain their equilibrium after about 8 months in microgravity. And that's Sergey Kud-Sverchkov, Roscosmos cosmonaut, commander of Soyuz Ms-28. He was in the center seat, and that's the voice you heard most speaking with the team in mission control in Moscow.
Hello, Sergey. Do not open your eyes. Do not move.
Sergei Mikaev now being taken out of the spacecraft. Again, the crew members are not allowed to walk. They have been in space for 8 months. They are all carried to their chairs where they begin waiting and get their first checks from the doctors and nurses on the ground. Once all 3 crew members are out and have been in these chairs for a moment, they will then be carried in the chairs to the nearby medical tent. And again, this is standard procedure for all returns from space. Kud-Sverchkov returning again his second space flight now with 426 days in space. Are now seeing NASA astronaut Chris Williams being taken out of the Soyuz Ms-28 spacecraft. One of the team members there, NASA astronaut Jasmine Mogbelli. Williams all smiles at the completion of his first mission, 241 days in space.
I'm doing okay.
All 3 crew members now out of the Soyuz spacecraft, which landed at 5:27 a.m. Central